How Banshee and Lakshya confounded Pakistan's air defense and made them spend a lot of money by way of projectiles and missiles to take down essentially two drones. This is going to be our title. This is what actually led to Pakistan claiming that they have downed multiple Rafales, and then stupid publications without checking facts, like, for example, the Hindu, gobbled it up, and then these were used as references by the Western media to say India was suffering huge losses. So this is a very interesting story because there are two drones here, one imported, one indigenous. That tells you that India is very capable of creating deception to fool the other side into thinking that they were actually downing jets when in fact they were just downing decoy drones. All this and more in this particular episode. Please like this video, and if you have not already subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to our channel. Here we go. The real operation began on the 7th of May in the early hours, like I think 1:22 or 1:23 a.m., and India launched Operation Sindoor. You remember the first big shot was at the terrorist camps, and they took out about 12 or 13. Now we are hearing not just 9, and many terrorists perished. But then what did Pakistan say? Well, they said that they had shot down Rafales. How was that possible? Well, even as these hideouts were being taken out, even as these camps were being taken out, India was also running a decoy operation using drones. What were the drones? Two types of drones. Banshee, which is an imported decoy drone used by the IIF to mimic jet radar signatures, and Lakshya, indigenously developed by DRDO's Aeronautical Development Establishment, ADE, a high-speed pilotless target aircraft used to simulate fighters and cruise missiles. What are the specs of Lakshya? Because not much has been talked about Lakshya. Powered by a gas turbine, and it has subsonic speeds of up to 850 kilometers per hour, service ceiling of 9,000 meters, meaning it cannot fly above 9,000 meters, and a range of 150 kilometers. Well, these were launched using zero length launches. It's like a thing that you pull back and then release, something like that. Launched via zero length launcher, recoverable via parachute. In other words, if it is you can give it a command to parachute itself, and if it is within your territory, it will land and you can even recover it. So this was the deception mission. Banshee and Lakshya were launched before the actual missile strikes that hit these terrorist hideouts. Their purpose was to trigger Pakistani radars, provoke scramble alerts, and reveal air defense positions. Lakshya simulated flight paths and radar profiles of real jets/missiles. Now, how was the Pakistani response? Lahore/Rawalpindi radars lit up. The Pakistani Air Force scrambled jets and activated HQ-9/SAM, surface to air missile systems. Pakistan claimed it shot down multiple Rafales and Sukhois. Western and Pakistani media echoed those claims, momentarily claiming Indian jets downed. What was the reality check? No manned jets were present. What Pakistan attacked were decoy drones, remote, unarmed, and built for simulation. But then what was the intent? We'll come to that in just a moment. These were the targets, Banshees and Lakshyas. Well, while Pakistan was firing expensive missiles at Phantoms, revealing radar sites and wasting readiness, India's real strikes on terror camps went largely uninterrupted and were more effective. So these guys are concentrating on these decoys while the actual action was happening over the terrorist camps. A showcase of hybrid modern warfare, blending precision, deception, and indigenous technology. So Lakshya is an indigenous solution. It highlights the DRDO's role in providing homegrown capabilities that are cost-effective, reusable, and built for deception. Remember, if you do something homegrown, everything for the missile is sourced from within. The other countries don't have a way of knowing that you are actually working on a sophisticated missile program, because usually what used to happen is even if you had to import some metal, for example, and the other organizations would be watching what is coming into India, they would do the connection of dots and they'll figure out that India is going to do this particular missile because in order to do that missile, it requires this kind of a metal shield, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. Now, when you do everything from ground up within the country, it is very difficult for outside people to know what it is that India has. Big, big win, in my opinion. It helps India move towards Atmanirbhar Bharat in sophisticated military technology. That is the big deal. The takeaway here is that Pakistan may claim that they downed Rafales, but in reality, they were just hunting down ghosts crafted by India's own technology. Banshee confused them, Lakshya deceived them. India achieved victory without a single jet crossing their borders. This is the big deal. Not a single Indian jet crossed the borders. Strategic warfare without firing real jets. This is what happened to Pakistan. Do you think they learned their lesson? Well, you tell us by way of comments whether they did or not. But now I'm hearing that Pakistan wants the equivalents of F-35, which could be something like JF-35 from China in exchange for doing whatever it is that the Chinese want them to do. They're pretty convinced that America is not going to give them F-35. Shame on America for giving the $2.x billion loan through IMF. This is taxpayer money. I'm pissed as hell, and you should be too if you are a US taxpayer. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.